Hey everyone, it's time to start the week 1 lab exercise. This one focuses on measurements, just to kind of get us going on some introductory material for researching in the ecological field. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so we'll click on this activity here and the exercise 1 measurements. Okay, so in these lab activities, a lot of them will work this way. This one has a little bit more reading and, not much videos or lengthy exercises. So this one's a nice, easy one to get us started, but you'll read through that beginning part there. This is explaining the benefit of using the metric system, which is what science uses all around the world. And 99% of the countries in the world, only 3 don't use the metric system. We're one of them. So as this is an ecology class, we're going to use the metric system throughout the semester. So that's introducing you to that, the conversions between those, how they are based on tens going up. So from this base unit to deci would be 10, a change of 10. And then if you go 2 jumps, it's a total of 100 because it's 10 times 10. So I explain all that in the wording there, so just make sure you read through that very carefully. Here's a little conversion chart that shows you some of those and how, for example, 1 meter can be 0.001 kilometers, 100 centimeters, just to show you some of those differences. And then you're going to start answering some questions here based on this material that you read above. So you'll be filling those in. Make sure when you enter answers, if I already have, for example, hectometers written here, you don't need to put that in your answer. It will mess up the grading of that. Just put the answer. I already have where this blank one, add your answer to it, and then don't enter hectometers after that because I've already written that for you. If I don't have the unit there, then you can enter it. But for those types of questions, leave just the number in there. Here is a simple measurement to see if you can understand the difference between centimeters and millimeters. And again, this is all explained up above. And here's a little bit more in depth on using a ruler. And then we switch to talk about mass, volume, and density. And for this one, you do need to go to this simulation. So you're going to click on this, and it's going to take you to this density simulation. And so you can move stuff around in here. You can move these around. You can change the mass of something, make it heavier so it sinks. You can change the volume, make it bigger. And so those 2 things are going to work together to make the density of the object. You can also change the object. So if it's gold or if it's foam, for example. And you can also take it out of the wall and put it onto the scale. So make sure when you answer these questions, you're really paying attention to those different units. Are we talking about density? Are we talking about mass? Are we talking about volume? All of those things are going to come into play with this assignment. So just make sure you are comfortable and read carefully through this. So it's a good way for you to interact with density in this very user-friendly simulation. That's what the rest of this is. Okay. This last part is tricky. Use this simulation to figure out if lead or iron is more dense. I know you can just look up the answer to figure out if lead or iron is more dense, but I want you to use the simulation and explain to me how you figured it out. So on here, there is lead and there is iron, and you'll see that things change about them. It's not just about volume. It's not just about mass. You have to take both of those things into account. Okay, so make sure that you're careful in that question. That's a frequently missed one. All right, that should be it for this lesson. This is a pretty quick one, just a good one to get us started for this semester.